Hi friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stamp, and I'm excited you're here with me today. We are going to make a light up card using this really cool stamp set from Picket Fence. This is called Autumn Escape. This stamp set really spoke to me because it just reminds me of this cute little place that you would just cuddle in with a blanket and enjoy a cozy cup of coffee and relax. I also really love this stamp set because it comes with a die that cuts out the entire image. So to start, I'm having trouble with words today apparently. We're going to stamp this image with Hero Arts Intensified Black ink, and we're stamping on some Nina Solar White cardstock. I think this is the 100-pound version, and I'm just doing a little CPR there. This image was a little difficult to get everything really nice and black, so I had to stamp it several times, but that's okay. That's how some of these bigger images go, and you just have to really give it a good push and get everything covered really evenly. Then I went in and started coloring the house with just some E's, E19, E09. I wanted this to be like a reddish brown, so we're coloring with that, and then I'm going in and making a few shadows. I'm going to admit my coloring of the brick isn't the most fantastic. I didn't really know how to do it, to be honest, and so I just did what I knew how to do and made some shadows. Then I'm going to go in with my All-to-New X-Acto knife here, and I'm going to cut out one window. So I'm cutting the top and the bottom of this window very carefully. I love this knife from All-to-New. It's my favorite one I've ever used. I will link to it. It fits very nicely in your hand. So I'm going to pop those out, and now I have a spot to put my vellum where my light will go. So I didn't want to light up all of the windows on this card. I just wanted one window to light up. In my mind, it's like you would have this one little window that had a light on in the top of the house, and we're going to put our sentiments over the other windows so you really won't see them that much. For the flowers around the house, I tried to go with complementary colors. The purple is a complementary color to the brown red. So then I, of course, had to go green, which looks beautiful. I used the YG 99, 95, and 93, I think it was, or 93 and 91, to color all of my leaves, trying to keep everything really desaturated. I actually got a little help with this from my friend Kelly because I struggle sometimes to understand how to put colors together and how to make them the right saturation. Excuse me. So here I'm going to go over this with all my regular markers that I would always use, and these pumpkins are really bright. And we want to knock those colors back a little. So I learned I could take a B marker and go a B, I think I used B40 something, B52, and I went over the pumpkins with it so that it kind of knocks them back and makes them less saturated. I went in with an E31 and E34 for the dirt, and then a C9, 7, and 3 for the cobblestone. Here I went over those pumpkins, and then I'm going to go around all the edges, the white edges, with blue. Blue is a beautiful color in the background. And then we have our light. So now we just have to light up this little window. I felt like the light was a little too bright just by itself. So I actually cut a second piece of vellum and put it over this little window area. This vellum is from Pear Blossom Press, as is the light. These are the Easy Lights from Pear Blossom Press. It's a one light. Actually, is it a one light or an easy light? Either way, it's easy. I don't know. But it's a one light. And this is cool because it's, in my opinion, the one lights are the most simple lights to use. So if you're just starting out trying to use lights in cards, this would be the pack to go with. I think there's a 3-pack and a 5-pack. I will link to all of the products below the video so that you can grab them. Here, I'm just going to trim away this vellum. They have vellum that comes in a 4¼ by 5½ inch paper pack, and it's like several different colors of vellum. So here I'm just going to outline where I want my light to go. And then I've cut a second just blank piece from white cardstock for the backing. We're going to use the Pear Blossom Press World's Best Foam Tape, I think is what it's called. World famous foam tape, something like that. It is exactly what it sounds like. It is the best foam tape I've ever used. It's a little bit thicker than regular foam tape, and it's repositionable. So before we do that, I have this 1/8 inch tear and tape adhesive. It's very strong, and it is only 1/8 inch wide, which I love, and it's from scrapbook.com, so I'll link to that as well. And then we're going to put this in place, and then we're going to add all the foam strips around this cool light, and then we're going to put the backing on. So the easiest part, in my opinion, of doing these cards really is the placement of everything. It's really not that hard. So here's all my foam tape. Again, that's that big giant roll from Pear Blossom Press. I think it's $19.99 for a big roll. I've been using the same roll for a really long time now, over 6 months, and I haven't gone through it all. So again, it'll be linked below the video. Removing all the backings from this foam tape. This foam tape is repositionable for 24 hours. I think that is so cool, so that if you kind of get things a little cattywampus, it's okay, and you can reposition it. So I cut a third plain white piece of cardstock with that die cut, and we are going to score the top of this just to make it a hinge, basically, so that we have a really cool 1-layer shape card. So I'm going to add that 1/8 inch scrapbook.com adhesive again. This again is extremely strong adhesive. That's why I use it. And I love how thin it is. And once we get this put on, I'm going to come in with my precision glue press and add some glue over the top of everything, which will give me just a minute to get this all lined up correctly. I do want to quickly say the backing that you saw in the video earlier, the other white piece of cardstock that you saw that was cut at this shape, that did get put down on top of all of that foam tape. So in all, we have the image we stamped and die cut, a backing for the back of the light and going over the foam tape, and then this piece that you're seeing here, which is the back of the card. So when it opens, it will just, that little score line will act like a hinge, and there'll be a place to write on the inside. I decided to make this card a birthday card because I frankly can never have enough birthday cards. It seems like I constantly need birthday cards. And we do have some family members who have birthdays coming up in October. And so I just want to be able to send a birthday card and say happy birthday. We heat embossed this with white embossing powder. I used Honeybee's Be Creative white ink and then embossed it. And then we're just going to glue it down right here in the doorway. This kind of is the perfect spot because that part of the doorway is just kind of this little dark spot. So that was a great spot to have that glued down. And then I'm using more of the foam tape to pop up my sentiment that says birthday blessings. And this card is finished. That's all there was to it. The sentiment is from the Autumn Cupcake stamp set. That actually my friend Kelly illustrated, the one that kind of helped me with the colors for this card. So this is the finished card. Look how cute that is. I just love a light up card, y'all. just love a light up card. They just don't get any cuter. So if you have any questions for me, drop them in the comments below. If you want to watch another video, click either one you see here. Click the circle with the face in it to subscribe to my channel. And I hope you have an amazing day. Again, all the links are listed below the video. You can click on any of those to take you to the supply list. Hope you have a great day. Bye.